Hey guys, welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Bourbon Jamaican. Today we got a special lineup with the Kings County Bourbon out of New York. These are batch 16 and 17. We got Brady in the house, and of course dropping nukes, capital D, capital N for nukes. And Brady, talk to us.
So these are both the barrel strength bourbon. Like Sheldon said, we got batch 16 and batch 17. Batch 16 is coming at 132.6 proof. Batch 17 is coming in at 132.4 proof. So they're neck and neck. They have the same mash bill. They're both 80% New York corn and 20% United Kingdom malt, which is very interesting.
Fancy. Straight out of the UK. Pip pip cheerio.
The MSRP for these is $100. It is a 750 milliliter. What's interesting about Kings County is that they use 10, 15, 30, and 53 gallon barrels, and they age all their bourbon from 4 to 7 years. So it's assumed that the 4 to 5 years are in those 10 and 15 gallons, and then the 6 and 7 are in those 30 to 53 gallon barrels. Because I mean, this is pretty dark stuff.
Yeah, you can look. I don't know if you can. The quality of the video should be good enough where you can see like the darkness, so you tell it's pretty char, and they don't make them in great big quantities, so you're getting all the full flavors from these. But which one we got on the left? Which one we got on the right?
So we're gonna do. We got batch 16 that we're gonna drink first, and then batch 17. So as you guys are watching, 17 is the one on the left here. We just fresh cracked batch 17. I've had a few glasses out of batch 16.
Oh wow!
So there's also a documentary on Kings County, guys, that you can go on and follow the film. It's entitled "The Fire, Water, and Grain," and up in New York, they had to jump through a lot of different loopholes and do a lot of different things in order to allow the farmers, to do any distilling or any of that in order to get this whiskey out there to us. So I've watched the documentary. It's very interesting. It's worth going out and searching that on the Google network. They had to go to Congress. They had to fight for it for the farmers' growth of it, because New York didn't allow just anybody to do anything with bourbon. They felt like that it was going to be more of a high flight risk of allowing the farmers' notion of the Congress to allow them to distill and distribute anything. They didn't want that kind of crowd to come in New York. So definitely go out and search that up and look it up. It's definitely interesting. It's a beautiful distillery that they have there, and you'll find that the owner of the distillery is he actually put a lot of his heart and his soul into the company, and took a very high risk in order to even bring this bottles to us tonight. So definitely go look at it.
I like the look of the bottles. It's almost as if it's out of the early 1900s, like the early prohibitionary era when people were bootlegging and sneaking bourbon, or when they used to use bourbon as medicine back in the day. So it's that type of look bottle. The bottle is simple, but it has a lot of character. The artwork is basic, but at the same time you can see the character in the bottle. So I'm sure when they distill it, they put a lot of thought and character in it.
One last quick note before we get into the whiskey is it is a little annoying to look at the label, just because on the front you'll see it says the alcohol percent. Well, when it's sitting on the shelf, it's hard to see, and all the labels are the same. It's in like a typewriter print, so you do have to take down the bottle to look, because they make a bottled and bond, a small batch, and a bunch of other products, and all the labels are the exact same.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you read them carefully.
I get a huge on the nose. I get a huge brown sugar nose.
Oh yeah, chocolate.
Right off the bat, you get that brown sugar, and then it has that strong char. Just from the color you can tell.
I took a little sip, and I was just like, as soon as I sipped it, I was like, dang, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get a strong dark chocolate on the nose.
Like the first initial sip for me anyway was definitely like fire.
It's got a lot of proof behind it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 132.6 proof, but it is so sweet. To me, the batch 16 is a chocolate covered raisin
Yeah.
in a glass.
It is. Now I'm getting that raisin.
Oh yeah.
And
I never liked raisins growing up.
I wasn't a big fan either, but when I get like a dried fruit note, that I just immediately default to raisin. But but it's pretty solid.
Your glass one is pretty solid, and we'll go into glass number 2.
This is batch 17 for you guys out there that's up in upstate New York.
This has a really strong vanilla note to it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's like a vanilla extract.
I get some molasses on this note, on the nose.
I could definitely see that. That's awesome.
Wow, this one packs a punch.
So batch 16 is the only Kings County product I had, and like I said, I only bought it because another YouTube channel reviewed it and said it was good, and I saw it on the shelf at my local store. They had one bottle left, and I kind of said, why not?
Who was the YouTube channel that you picked it up off of?
It was Bourbon Bill out of Pennsylvania.
Shout out Bourbon Bill out in Pennsylvania.
But wow, this glass number 2 is packing a punch.
Batch 17, I get a molasses off the jump. Like batch 16,
Oh, yeah.
I got brown sugar, and it was definitely inviting on the nose. It definitely packed a punch once I put it on the palate. But batch 17, I haven't sipped it yet.
They're both very sweet. You get a good aroma from both of them. They got great legs on them. They coat pretty well. You still get that olive coat,
Oily.
and then it's almost like it lingers. You don't just sip it and it goes away. It's like it's open up your taste buds, and you're getting all the flavors at different parts on the tongue.
Batch 17, like in my opinion, is superior to 16.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like the Jamaican was saying, it lingers, it hugs you.
It's like a candy bar.
I would agree. I would say that is an accurate
Caramel
statement.
and chocolate and nougat and vanilla. I like them both. I think personally, they're both worth $100.
Yeah.
They are very different, but
They
I
are
agree.
different.
Batch 17 is very very
Yeah,
good.
batch 17, I feel like is superior to 16. So obviously, whatever they felt like any nuances that they had between the two of them, they corrected in batch 17.
I can tell you, I will be looking for batch 17 at the same store. I got batch 16.
So both of these bottles are brought to you by the Jamaican over there and Brady the Great. I haven't picked up a bottle myself personally, but like after tonight's like little tasting that we've had, like I would definitely be on the lookout for it myself, just to add to the collection.
I saw the other day, Bourbon Bill did review the new batch 17. He really liked it, but that he also was saying that they, for the first time ever, did a barrel strength rye. And he was reviewing it also, and he said it was really good. And I think I might look out for that also, because in the past they only did a small batch or a bottled and bond rye. I can't remember which.
I think it'll be April or so. I can get the rye, and that's when I make my trip to visit family in New York, or if my cousin decided to make the trip, I'll see if he can grab me a bottle. So look out for the rye. I'm probably another
Do you have
one.
any plans on going to the distillery when you go and visit family? Because like the distillery,
That's
like,
where you gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up at the distillery.
during those during the documentary and everything, like I really noticed how beautiful it was. It was set up on a river. It's family owned, and like it's independently owned, and they took a high risk at it and in providing these two whiskeys to us guys, and like so like that alone makes me want to support the distillery, because like it goes in depth, and it's out there. You can search it, and it's definitely worth a watch. Like
Yeah, absolutely. I
so
agree.
if you go out there and visit, like I would love for you to even if you don't take a tour, just go to the distillery and see what you can learn for us.
Yeah, but with that being said, I hope you'll enjoy the video. And like I said, if you can get your hands on it, batch 16, batch 17, I don't know if the batches before that are exceptional. We haven't tried them, but we've just got turned on to these, and we're bringing them to you just so you can get exposure and give them a little bit of exposure, because they're making great stuff and it's a part of history. Like, New York is not known for bourbon, but they're known for stocks and bonds, because Wall Street is right there downtown Manhattan.
Yeah, and it's very cool that they distill and age everything themselves. A lot of people are sourcing nowadays.
So there you have it.
Fire, water, and grain. Go watch that documentary. If you come across our video, Fire, Water, and Grain, you can watch it for free, and you can learn the backstory to the bottles and understand what the process was. They try to kickstart out during COVID, so they took a couple losses along the way, but like at the end of the day, they're providing us a good whiskey. They're providing us a high-end whiskey. What'd you say the proof was, Brady?
132.6.
Yeah.
So I mean, at the end of the day, like I got brown sugar and I got molasses left to right, and batch 17, my first time trying, my first impressions, and both of them are decent. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to defer you from it, but like batch 17 is superior to batch 16.
Oh, yeah.
I got a lot of great notes off of 17, and I appreciate you guys allowing me to sip on the bottles.
Alright, well there you have it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share, hit that notification bell for new contents. Go into our main page, check out our videos. We have a bunch of different lineup, a couple shorts that we went over in the future. Go check out a couple of our videos. And if you're returning, we always appreciate the love. Thank you guys for your support, and we're hoping to continue growing with our audience.